set up like that,
Zovia.
FangsDelight.
I might as well start this.
Gnome first time.
Rock gnome, I understand.
And I'm looking forward to playing in this interval. I've never played this before. Played Kryn, played Ravenloft, Call of Cthulhu, and I'm kind of looking forward to this.
All right.
Them dear rock gnomes are a lot better than them others.
My name's Lance, and I'll be playing Quillen,
I love
a Wood Elf Ranger. And haven't played in a really long time, and an old original first edition player, and really looking forward to getting going.
My name's Orange Autumn. I play Ren, who is a follower of the Raven Queen, and I am a Wood Elf.
Be my guest, Leopold.
I
am Leopold Kane. Hello. In case my mom's in chat. Hi, Mom. Hi. And I'm playing our rogue thief, who is a half-elf. Hello.
And I'm Gimli Grimm. I'm a fighter dwarf, and I'm telling you, make my day.
Gim, are you still looking for that gnome, or what?
You damn tootin' I am. Old lefty.
Does he have his mic muted
I can't hear
him. TeamSpeak?
No, I can hear him fine.
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, Gim, you're gonna have to unmute your mic on TeamSpeak, bud.
I just hope I didn't interrupt him while he was talking and all that stuff. If he did, I didn't hear him, so my bad.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
that
Gimli
explains it.
Grimm, a fighter dwarf. And I'm just aching to get a hold of a little gnome. Not a rock gnome. Rock gnome's okay. But this one's got a big mouth, and I plan on shutting it for good. Make my day.
Nice armor too, Gim. All right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, so you guys are here. Like, we're on the map right now. You guys are here. Just south of the Cairngorm Peaks, at the very base of them, you're at the Keep of the Shadowfell. You guys know that Winterhaven is just a few miles south, and this is where we left off. Okay.
Or the page, guys.
Yeah, I pulled you guys there. Everybody should be there now. So, okay. So, Ren and Gimli and Leopold, you three, you start to wake up, and there are two strange individuals in front of you. There is a ranger-looking type of, in ranger type of garb. He is leaning over several of you tending. You're all lined up. Looks like you guys have been out. Your heads are really woozy, and you feel really lightheaded, and you come to. And there are two figures. There's what appears to be, looks like a wizard gnome in your presence. And also, there is this ranger. So, Quillen and Farland, you guys, it's up. Floor is yours.
Are you okay? You guys all right?
I'm all right. Who in the hell are you?
God, give it.
I am Farland. I've been sent by Padrag, Lord Padrag.
He wouldn't happen to be a gnome, is he?
Lord Padrag. You remember who Lord Padrag was of Of Winterhaven, Gimli?
Oh, okay.
Here we go, already off to a start.
You gotta excuse me. I got a major headache.
Yeah, these noxic fumes are really
Love
bad.
it.
I can see your confusion.
So good. So
Are you
good.
okay?
Here we go.
I guess so.
I feel okay. I mean, the last thing I remember was some bad stuff happened, but I mean, I think we're good.
I look over at Ren. You okay?
I'm doing just fine. I just have this weird, overwhelming sense of dread upon me. Where are our other two people? Where's Peter?
Yeah, where's Free?
Well, Free is kind of not there. We'll just say Free is not there, but because he's going to be flip-flopping with Leopold, so.
He's good at that.
Did you... Newcomers, have you seen
Peter.
our friends?
The heavy armored one, he was
Yes.
taken back to Winterhaven. If he,
How is he? How is his condition?
he's looking pale. He's looking pale and sickly. And we need to get him back there. If not, then the chances of you guys becoming undead was great. So we had to get him out quick.
Well, I have one other question for you.
Yes,
What?
Master Dwarf.
Oh, thank you very much for the
Kim is
respect
just
you give to the
eating us up.
Yeah. We were in a room with some strange creatures. You wouldn't happen to see any strange creatures around, would you?
Splattered against the walls, you left a trail. And that's how me and Quillen was able to find you. There's, strange creatures, slashed, beat up, bloodstains through the whole place.
I must have been blacked out. I must have kicked some butt.
You did. You did. All of you must have.
All I remember was seeing Orcus come through the portal and just darkness. How were you able to save us? I assumed that we all would have perished.
Yeah, we needed to get you away from these fumes, these magical fumes that the undead give off. We had to get you away from that. And like I said, if not, then it would have been a matter of time before you would have turned into the undead.
Well,
And
either
hope-
way, I appreciate you guys saving us, because last thing I remember is some bad stuff is happening, and I give you a big old giant hug for saving us, Farland.
Watch out for that one. He likes to hug people.
Check your pockets.
Quillen, do you have anything to add, Quillen? Oh, well, we got to get this fixed.
I see we have a silent type over here.
So Kalarel was able to get the gate open to the other world. And they're coming. There's going to be armies from gargoyles to the undead are going to be marching to the mountain.
Oh, my goodness.
Homegrown
Well, we must-
peaks.
We must make haste.
Tell me you
Is it
closed
safe
that
here?
portal. Tell me that you closed that portal.
No, I don't have the key to do that. And in
Damn,
Thunder,
we'll have to figure something out.
I would say so.
So, what are we going to do?
Well, Quillen's not in TeamSpeak, so I don't know if he's having problems getting into TeamSpeak and using Roll20 or not. But yeah, he's got information too. So. I don't...
Oh,
All right, so this is what's happened. I'll give you guys the break. I'll give you guys the breakdown. This is what's going on. All right, as you guys come to, you have Farland in front of you. He's introduced himself as Farland. Now, what has happened was, when you guys encountered all of those zombies out in the hall before you came into this chamber, you guys had you butchered all of the undead. Well, as all of the undead fell, all of the these zombies were on the ground. They were releasing this invisible toxic gas that basically made all of you fall unconscious. You guys hallucinated a lot. You guys all probably remember fighting vampires, and then you remember climbing down like a massive well, going down the ladder and appearing in front of Kalarel. Gim, you remember seeing the gnome there, and you remember pit fiends coming out of this portal, and then everything else goes hazy from there.
That's right. That's the last thing I remember.
So, you guys wake up. Okay? Farland and Quillen have been taking care of you for several days now. Alright? While you guys were unconscious, the keep actually started rumbling lightly, and there were, basically, Farland tells you that there were 4 of them that were sent here to the keep, because Lord Padraig had not heard back from you guys in days. So Farland was sent, along with Quilland and 2 of the other elite guardsmen that Lord Padraig had. Like Farland said, you guys weren't trying to cover your trails. You guys left corpses, dead bodies, latches on the butts of statues open. I mean, there were literally bodies trailing until they found you. They found you unconscious. So, Peter did not look too good. The warlord that you guys had, the human that you were traveling with, did not look good. And in fact, his condition looked like he was starting to go through the pre-phases of turning into an undead. So, one of the others that was with Farland and with Quillen left and basically took Peter back to Winterhaven to see if maybe Sister Lenora there at the temple could possibly save him and revert the process. Okay, so as this is going on, all of a sudden you guys cannot be moved, because if you moved, it hastens the process. So all of a sudden the keep starts to shake, and you can hear a lot. There could be a lot of screams being heard, a lot of demons and devils. So Quillen and Farland both took the chance and moved you guys to this location where you're at now. Well, the sounds that they heard was basically a small army of undead. And Quillen had basically gone down and scouted out ahead, did some reconnaissance, and there were zombies, skeletons, gargoyles, and golems coming out of this portal that Kalarel had been successful on opening. So, they give you the information that the portal is open. There were hundreds of skeletons, zombies, golems, and gargoyles that came out, and this last person that was with them from Winterhaven, he followed behind, followed them up north to the Cairngorm Peaks, where this army of undead was stationing. They were, basically, gathering supplies and whatnot, and the other undead were meeting them there. So, the 4th scout went back to, and this is everything that Farland is telling you. This scout had gone back to Lord Padraig. Then Padraig pretty much alerts the entire Nenter Vale. The Lord Warden in Fallcrest was alerted, his close friend. Also, the dwarves in Hammerfast were alerted. So, the scout comes back to you guys here. Well, when you guys were still unconscious, of course, and alerts Farland and Quillen that there is a massive army of dwarves from Hammerfest, an army from Fallcrest, and the small militia that's left at Winterhaven. They are going to combine forces and meet this force of several hundred undead and try to drive them and destroy them. So that was what is going on right now. You guys awaken, Farland, Quillen, they get you up to this. They get you up to speed, and just before you guys woke up, the last scout that had just relayed the information back was going to go back and meet the militia with Lord Padraig of Winterhaven. So that's where we're at.
Hey Dave, Quillen's having a hard time getting into the channel.
Dave, Firefox just crashed.
Oh my gosh, guys, we got to get these issues solved.
Farland, you said your name was, correct?
Correct, Ren.
How long has it been since you found us?
I think it's been a couple days. And if it wasn't, if we didn't arrive on time, you would have surely would have perished.
I appreciate you saving us, and I think it's time for us to leave this area and meet up with your friends to defend the Nintervale.
Yes, things are in motion, Lady Wren, that we must act swiftly. The portal is open, and demons and gargoyles and undead and unspeakable horrors are on the march and are on the way.
Is this castle infested again? Do we have safe passage out of here?
A safe passage out of here?
Correct.
Well, you slayed a lot of demons and foul beasts on your way. I would say yes, but the gaseous fumes are pretty bad. But we can leave the way I came in, I suppose.
Again, Leo, we should leave as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. Again, thank you so much for saving us. And then I hug Quillen, even though I don't know if he can hear me or not.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you.
All right. Sorry about that.
I'm not going to swat spit and piddle in your boots, but thanks.
Not necessary. You are welcome, Third Dwarf.
You are all welcome. Time is of the essence.
You're
I
right.
want to get with my brothers from Hammerfast.
I believe at this
Please,
point I believe it's critical that we close that portal. There was an army marching out of that portal.
That's what I was asking.
Well, yeah, the army's already gone by. You know that the army was already the small army has already left. That was several days ago, but there's been no activity since.
Yes, but
Ren, do you think you might be able to close that portal?
I can very well try.
Let's
I
see
think
what
she can
goes.
do it. We got the Raven Queen on our side. YOLO, man. What's the worst that'll happen? We die again?
What is this YOLO?
Elvish term. Learn from the goblinoids and all that stuff. Yeah, from back in the good old days.
Chop, chop, splud, splat.
Yeah, poor Splug.
Right, let's go see if we can close this portal to prevent any more from emerging.
Hi-oh.
All
sounds
right,
like a great idea.
so I'm gonna stack all your tokens up really quick, and I will move everyone.
Let's do the time warp again.
That's exactly
Jump
what
to
we're
the
doing.
left.
My bad.
So,
This looks
now-
familiar.
Now, before you guys start moving, Leopold, Gimli Grin, and Ren, you all three of you have a sense of deja vu. As you start to enter the chamber, you climb down the steel ladder, the iron ladder, down almost 100 feet. You're through a chamber, and it smells horrible. It smells like the undead has been here, and you can actually, Ren, you can sense it. Now, as you enter the chamber, you can start to see it is illuminated, and there's lots of pillars on your left. There's a ledge up about 10 foot ahead. Well, 10 foot up on your left hand side. There's a wall here, so there's nothing that's detected you yet. You can also see that there's, as you kind of peer around the corner, you notice that there's lots of blood on the floor. You can see a set of stairs directly in front of you that's going to the west. And that's pretty much what you can see right now. And as you enter the chamber, you can hear a very low, sort of like a chant. And it's by a lone individual. It sounds like someone is chanting something.
Dave, I would like to cast Mage
Yes.
Armor. I would like to cast Mage Armor
Sure.
and
Sounds good.
make a perception check of what he's chanting, perhaps.
Okay.
I'd like to do a religion check too, just to see if I can recognize the language you use.
I'm gonna ask Ren. Does that sound like Kalarel?
Now, Ren, you're looking around, and on all the pillars, markings on the floor, there's statues that you can see off into the distance. It seems like this is all religious iconage of Orcus, and that is definitely not good. Now, for Farland, you had a really nice roll. You had a crit there, so I'll give you a little jingle. So,
It's a good way
for
to
your
start
perception
things out.
check, you can hear this. It sounds like it's giving you the vibe of like a negative type of school of magic, something like necrotic. And as you glance around the corner a little bit, Farland, you can see that there is a lone individual that is chanting. And you can see this massive pool of blood, because you can see the blood splashing up. And you can see these statues of a horned demon with a massive mace with a skull and ram horns on it. And you can see that there are several beams of green energy coming from these statues going towards a brightly lit green and white rune that is on the floor. You can see that it's emanating these lights off of the ground. So you can see that this is definitely necrotic energy. Well, you can sense that, and you see this individual down on one knee, with his hands outstretched, just chanting. Now, and he's doing other movements of his hands and whatnot too. And you can also see that there are basically 4 piles of bones around this area too.
Dave, I speak Infernal. Can I understand what he's saying?
Give me a perception check. We'll see if you can hear if you can understand the low murmurs. Now, you really, the only thing that you can hear like a humming coming from the middle of this room. You can hear that, sort of like it almost sounds like a pulse of energy.
Would it be possible? I'd like to scale this wall and get up on this ledge and see if I can get a better look at what's going on around.
Okay, so the last thing, Farland, behind this individual is a massive portal, about 35 to 40 feet wide. And it has sort of like a whirlpool or vortex of this green swirling energy behind it. And it's going in like a counterclockwise motion, sort of just like a whirlpool of sorts. And it's, like I said, this thing is 40 foot wide, 40 feet tall. So if you want to climb up there, Quillen, you can give me a strength check, and actually you can give me an athletics check, and you can climb up there. It's about 10 to 15 feet up, so there's going to be a check required. So let's see if you can get up here. All right, so just all you have to do is just click on that. There you go, athletics roll. So you're trying to scrape up there, and then Gim kind of gives you the old heave ho up there as he sees you kind of struggling to get up there. So I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna put you right there.
That's me. But hey, I was thinking about going in the same place too.
All right, well, go ahead and give me a check then.
Farland, what do you see?
Other dimension. It looks like swirling negative energy all over the place. 4 statues that is giving off negative energy to this man that is chanting or thing. Could I tell, Dave, if it was a man or a...
Definitely a male. You can definitely see his ears. It is definitely an elf.
It's definitely an elf. The statues is empowering this man. Perhaps if we destroy the statues, we can cut off some of that energy and perhaps the portal.
I'm going to put my warhammer on my backpack there, and I'm going to pull out my throwing hammers, get ready for some crunch.
All right. So, what do you guys think of this? Ren, Leopold?
I look at the party and say, "Hey, are these guys friendlies or what?"
Definitely not.
I'm not getting
Anything
a
of
vibe.
Orcus, anybody who reveres Orcus is an enemy of ours.
Yes. As soon as Farland relays back to Leopold, Gimligren, and Ren that there's basically a male elf chanting and doing this ritual, you guys immediately, bam, that's probably Kalarel.
That's who I thought.
Because you know that Kalarel is an elf. And Quillen, you're up on the ledge now, so you should be able to see a little bit more.
What do I see, Dave?
What can you see? It's brightly lit. It just depends on what the dynamic light is showing you. So you should have dynamic lighting on your token. So, I mean, you can see lots of pillars on the left-hand side. You could probably use those to your advantage, mingling in the shadows to conceal yourself. You can also see that straight ahead there's several more statues of this horned figure. Slamuthia, thank you very much for the sub, man. Appreciate it, Slamuthia.
Behind these columns to
Thank
the left.
Hey, Quillen, I
What?
can't get up there. Can you help me?
I'm getting my ass up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll reach down and help him up.
All right. You get Leopold up there also. Leopold's also up there with you.
Yeah, you lead me, man. I'll follow behind you and all that stuff. Trying to stay in these shadows and all that. Maybe we can both scout and one of us can come back and get the party and tell them what all we see.